So, ladies and gentlemen, happy to take any questions that you've got.
What income tax rate would you support for a family of four earning $150,000 under your proposed progressive income tax?
Well, I've said all along, Jeff, that this income tax, this fair tax system, needs to be fair by asking the wealthiest people in the state to pay more, those in the middle class to pay less, those striving to get to the middle class pay less. But the rates themselves will have to be negotiated with Republicans at the table and Democrats at the table, because we've got to figure this out. We need to bring Republicans and Democrats together to solve the problems of the state of Illinois, and I intend to do that.
People might say that the super rich have all kinds of ways of hiding their income and finding tax loopholes to avoid paying more. So how is that fair to everyone else if the rich really don't pay more?
But that's why we need to change the tax system as it is today. Remember what happens. The people at the top in the state of Illinois are paying about half of what people in the middle are paying in terms of their tax rate. That's not right. Let's make it fairer. And people at the bottom have it the worst because we have so many regressive taxes in the state. So if we have at least a fair income tax system, we can begin to reverse that trend.
A former communications staffer with Governor Rauner's office said, let's wait and see if reporters ask about what happened in Quincy before we say anything. You've criticized that as a cover-up. Does that mean that's the standard? Will you call for all agencies in the state under your potential administration to self-report if and when things go wrong? Should they come forward and offer that information to the public?
Well, certainly when things are going wrong, when people's lives are at stake, we should make sure that the various departments are reporting to the governor's office. But the reason it's called a cover-up is because the governor took days and days, his administration took days before actually announcing the problem at Quincy, and then 3 years. And during the course of that 3 years to solve the problem, to propose moving the veterans out and fixing it, rebuilding it. That's how long he took. But the cover-up you could see in the emails that were put out, the FOIA requests where things were blacked out, but the reporters had to go to Quincy, to the city of Quincy, to actually get the true story. That's a cover-up. That's a cover-up.
The most recent poll shows that you're still trailing by 22 points. Are you at all concerned that voters are listening to what you said in 2014, that if you don't deliver results in 4 years, to vote you out?
We've delivered, and this is another thing. Pritzker, all he can say, he says he throws around failure all the time. Let's be clear. We've made major progress. Am I satisfied? No. We need term limits. We need fair maps. We need property tax reduction. We don't have them yet, but that doesn't mean we give up. That doesn't mean we say, oh, well, let's throw up our hands, let's just raise taxes. We should never give up. We should keep trying to work. And Mark, this is important. He says failure all the time. Let's be clear. Our administration has many successes, many things to be proud of. 210,000 jobs. The record education funding, equity in our school funding, important school choice. We now have $2 billion from the federal government to make us a national leader in mental health and behavioral health services. We are now a national leader. That's historic reform. Bipartisan criminal justice reform. The Future Energy Jobs Act. Illinois is now a leader in protecting the natural environment with energy conservation. We are on track now with the money we got to help the U of I expand, on track to be a national leader in technology and innovation growth in our economy. We've got adoption tax credit done. We got property tax relief done for our disabled veterans. We have cut the fees to start a new business in this state. All great progress. And there's a reason that the National Black Chamber of Commerce gave us the Fletcher Award for doing more to help black-owned business than any politician in America. I was honored to receive that award because we fought to help black business create neighborhood jobs in the neighborhoods that need them most. That's progress. He likes to say failure. Well, you know what? Everything can't get done in 4 years. We've done a lot, but we got a lot more to do, and I'm asking for one more term and only one so we can finish the job and get more reforms done.
How do you, in the next 33 days, go right and pick up 340,000 Jeannie Ives voters and also go left to pick up 200,000 Democrats, because that's what you need to make up your 22-point deficit? How do you go right and left?
This is not about, that's a great question. let's be crystal clear. This election is not about right versus left. It's not about liberal versus conservative. It's not about Democrat versus Republican. It's about the people coming together to stand up to a corrupt, broken political machine that is strangling our future. And Democrats, Republicans, independent voters, we should all unite against Pritzker and Madigan and that domination. And let's, again, this election is all about ethics. It's all about self-dealing and corruption. It's about integrity and character.